Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak, Wadash, the honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect, pushing the word across the four corners of the earth, risking your life to do so. I'm the brother Shaman of Great Millstone, Chicago. And I like to just hit a quick point because these guys are missing, completely missing. The Lord, Yahweh Shai said it, salvation is of the Jews. All right, but we were talking about this at the live show on Sunday, and the brother brought out a great point. Salvation is a two-part thing. It's deliverance, and then it's actually putting us back in our own land as well. All right, 2nd Esdras 9:4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee. Matter of fact, let me jump up because we're in these times. Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning, and the end is manifest, and that's the time that we're in. We're in the end of the age of the Gentiles. All right, this is the kingdom of the toes, the clay and the stone, right? These different nations that are mixed, right? But with in differences of strength. Right, we're in the time the beast whose deadly wound was healed. Right, because the first time the beast was in power was the Roman Empire. Right, the great red dragon. Right, the Roman Empire was the first beast. This is the beast whose deadly wound was healed. Now it's back again. All right. Even so, this is the time where Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning, and the end is manifest. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and signs and effects and signs. And what are you seeing? Revolts all over the world. Revolts. Okay, powerful works, unexplained phenomenons, chariots. All right, that's it, man. At many of our high holy days, we've seen chariots. Just seen them in multitudes. I was on the phone with a brother. He called me. Oh man. All right, in our videos, chariots in the background with bros in different locations. Right, it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Right, which ultimately is by faith. It says, well, here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land. So this is talking about the Lord's people returning back to their land, which in Ezekiel 36, it tells you has been given over to the Idumeans. And within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So the Lord's people are going to get their land back. The Lord's people are going to get their land back. Right? They shall see his salvation. That's escaping from this place, the judgment of Babylon, and then seeing your land. All right, going up into that chariot, escaping. All right, be put in that new covenant, receiving that celestial body, that immortal body, and then receiving that land again, and putting the heathens in subjection. All these are part of the heritage of the faithful. It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. So it's that simple. Right? And this is mainly talking about Israelites who abused the ways of the Lord. They knew, and then they cast them away. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me. Exactly. It's talking about wicked Israelites, mainly. Because they were supposed to know the Lord. Right? This is a ministry of reconciliation. We're reconciling with Yahweh Shem Shai. And a lot of our people are full of shit. Right? These other nations, they never knew the Lord. Because Ezekiel 3:5 says, for thou art not sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto me. Right? Surely if the Lord was sent unto a strange nation with a language that's hard to understand, whatever the fuck they said. Right? He wasn't sent to them. But the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. All right, they won't listen to us, so they won't listen to the Lord. For all the house of Israel are impudent and hard-hearted. Impudent, right? Lacking in respect. It said the prophets basically are hated in their own city. And stout, bold, in the wrong way. Yeah, bold, it's a bold brow. All right, a fucking hard-headed ass motherfucker. Yeah, strong brow. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead strong against their foreheads. Exactly. And that's why we have to continue to do these lessons. We have to call out and rebuke these guys for going the fuck off, because Israel is fucking hard-headed. Israel is hard-headed. All right, 2 Corinthians 6:2. For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in a day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. All right, so we're in this time. That's why verse 3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. We have to watch how we're moving and behave ourselves wisely. But in all things, reproving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High, in much patience and afflictions and necessities and distresses, right? In stripes, imprisonments, in tumults, in laborings and watchings, in fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned. So, hey, the Holy Spirit has to be working with you. By the word of power, by the power of the Most High, by the arm of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, right? By honor and dishonor, by evil report and good reports. Right? People lying, people telling the truth, as deceivers and yet true, as unknown and yet well known, as dying and behold we live, as chastened and not killed, as sorrowful yet always rejoicing. What it say is there's a certain there's a shame that bringeth forth salvation. Yeah, Sirach 4:21. For there's a shame that brings sin, as there's a shame which is great, glory and grace. I see that's shaming us for doing the right thing. I would have said we're the offscouring. We're not the cool. Really we are, but really we're not to this world. But really we are though. It says, as poor yet making many rich, as having nothing and yet possessing all things. All right, this is talking to Israelites. It's not talking to the heathens. Israelites who were in Corinth. All right. Yeah, that's why I say Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven. It's talking about the elect ascending. Come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. They don't say their enemies are going with them. Man, their enemies are going with them. Let me see you guys go and preach in Chinatown. Go and preach to some heathens. Have some heathens join your camp. Your whole camps are a bunch of Israelites. But all of a sudden, for some weird ass reason, you're talking about the heathens can make it. Where are the heathens' work and faith? Where is it at? Like, we were not sent to a strange nation of a strange tongue. They're sent to Israel. Right? It's all plain. And that's all I had, man. It's just, that's it, man. All right, we can close out with Revelation 7, and it goes to all the tribes who were sealed. Tribe of Judah was sealed. What does seal mean? The seal set a seal upon for security from Satan. For security or preservation. We're going to dwell in safety. Right? Because in this place, you got enemies around you. Right around the corner, right down the street, right across the street. Right? But the elect is going to be sealed. They're going to be free from all that. All right, Revelation 7:9. After this, I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number. These are Israelites of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, Salvation to our power, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. Right? Israelites from all these different nations. Israelites. So, Lord willing, it's edifying. Shalom to the elect.